We be live! Hello, Durud and Shalom. My name is Armin Navabi.
And I'm Ali Samani. We are your Iran experts. Today we're going to be covering a few really important things that are happening, speeding up the process of the next uprising. We'll also be giving you the three main options that President Donald Trump has on his desk in front of him, option A, B, and C, and when we can see these options carried out. In addition to all that, we have our regular news as well as our alligrams and other such sections. So let's get started. The biggest piece of news that happened today was the president of the Islamic Republic has raised gas prices. And this comes as a little bit of a surprise to no one. Came out in an interview today with a panel and was asked about the prices of inflation, goods, etc. In usual fashion, the idiot on the right side of the screen here told them that, yes, of course, the price of everything went up, but so did domestic goods, and if it weren't for us, the government, the prices would be much higher. We're doing a great job. We're doing a great job. Of course, of course. A couple of important things. So the price of gas, he said in this interview, is going to be raised now. And it's going to be about 3 to 4 times the price that it was before. What are your thoughts on raising the gas prices 3 to 4 times? What does that do to a country and its economy?
Oh my God. So, first of all, I don't think they're raising the price of gas. I think the price of gas is being risen. I don't think they have any agency, right? I don't, because this is being done. This is a force of nature. This is the law of supply and demand. So when gas prices go up, eventually go up, whether they bring it up or not, it will go up. No supply, higher prices. This is the law of nature. There's nothing you could do about it, right? And prices will go up, and they will go up astronomically, and that means that everything will stop. Everything runs on energy. With no energy, the entire economy stops.
And Armin, what's going to happen when people show up to the gas pumps paying multiple times more, and then they find out that there's no gas at all? For example, if you guys want to see the gas lines this morning in Iran, this is what it looked like in just one of the neighborhoods in Tehran. As you can see, it wraps around for a long time. If you're late to school, you're late to work, well, you're going to have to put some time in to go and pump gas, probably a couple of hours of your time there. By the way, it's no longer $4 a gallon, it is now $30 a gallon. Good luck paying that as well every couple times a week. So the economy is used to running at what? A certain number, maybe let's just say 10 cents, right? The equivalent. Now it's going to be running at 30, 40, 50 cents. The people who can't even afford a lot of the things that they used to be able to anymore, this is something that is essential, isn't it? How many people does this actually reach in the country of 90 million? Just eyeball it.
How many is this going to reach? Everyone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That includes the regime supporters as well, right?
Yeah. Especially the regime supporters. And this is very important, Ali, that you mentioned that, because the regime supporters thought that they would not be affected by this because they have been loyal to the regime. And now they're discovering that it ain't so. It's going to happen to them as well. And they can't tolerate this. We're discovering more and more every day that they can't tolerate this, unlike what they were advertising to us for the past 5 decades. And they are feeling the pain too, and they don't like it.
They're not liking it, and it is hurting them. So if we take this analogy that the Islamic Republic is a sinking ship, well, the water levels have now reached the top decks, the top floors of this sinking ship, namely the regime supporters. And it's not getting any better. No one's coming to save them. There's no way out for them. And it's getting worse. I mean, look at this. Again, another Iran International post here. These are workers in the southern coast. Actually, I'll just keep showing you the map. So all along the southern coast here of Iran, especially in the Hormozgan province, Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, right around this area, about 20,000 workers got laid off in the last couple of months. You have anywhere from 5-star hotels laying off all their staff to the port laying off all their staff, restaurants, private companies. One worker who's actually really lucky is saying, I'm one of the lucky ones. I get to work 10 days of the month. Everyone else I know laid off. They don't get unemployment insurance either because, and I actually talked to someone who's in Iran right now trying to get unemployment insurance. They go up, they show up to the office, they say, here's my documentation. They go, okay, we'll take a look at it, we'll review it. Come back a week later, we're still reviewing it. Hey, man, can I give you a little bit extra so you can expedite that process? Oh, it turns out we didn't get these documents from you. Oh, the process changed. Oh, go to that office instead. That means they don't have money. The government has no money. They're not able to pay for anything. People are getting laid off at a record number. And what that has ended up doing is actually, you can see it right here. The ports of Iran are packed. First of all, we don't have many ports that are able to conduct cargo container shipping to begin with. There's actually only one that conducts 90% of it, and then a couple other ones that share the rest of the 10%. That's it. It's empty. The port's empty. The workers are gone. The ships are just sitting there. There's nothing to be done. When there's a blockade right here, I mean, what are you going to do? Who's going to come to your aid? Well, Armin, there is one such person who could come to the aid of the Islamic Republic, and let's see what Versailles has to say about it. God, okay, I'm gonna throw up. All right, so basically, Versailles just said China. Actually, we'll remove the banner so you guys can see the subtitles for yourselves and play this from the start. So he says, China announced that they are never going to cooperate with all the other countries of the world and America to put sanctions against us. China's not going to abandon us. Turkey's not going to abandon us. We have special relations with them. And then he talks about the 8-year war, the Iran-Iraq war, which this guy is still stuck in time. He's a fossil, thinking that the world revolves just like it did back in 1980. No, sir, it does not. And China and Turkey would abandon you in a heartbeat if it meant they would lose money on it. What do you think? Do you think Reza is right here? That China's going to stand by the Islamic Republic against the United States?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, China loves to destroy its economy. It's not like they have been trying to desperately trying to boost their GDP numbers forever, caring about even the smallest percent. But that's not what China cares about. China wants to go dedicate its resources and its army and its economy into going into defending the Islamic Republic by going war with a superpower. And anything that does to their economy, they don't care. They want to stand for the right side of history. And if that means fighting American imperialism by defending this falling regime, even if it's not going to go anywhere, so be it. Why not? Who cares about your GDP numbers? I guess China, the CCP never cares about GDP numbers.
Not at all. And it's not like China has no problems. I mean, they have so many economic problems right now. They kind of expanded too quickly, too fast, and they're waking up to the reality.
To be clear, guys, I know I was being sarcastic, but to be clear, this ECP does want to help the Islamic Republic, but not at all to that extent. Okay, and they are helping the Islamic Republic. Also, the fact that Ali, isn't it? I still find it hilarious that Mohsen Rezaei is now the main guy in charge in the Islamic Republic. The most retarded person within the regime is now the most powerful person right now when it comes to military.
Correct. Correct.
It's great.
Some people still don't want to show their faces. Armin, today we had a statement released by the Supreme Leader, Mojtaba Mush Jr. Pezeshkian actually kind of dissed him, it seems like. Let's take a listen to this.
Ooh, drama.
الان به چه صورته؟ برای اینکه اتفاقا همون افرادی که الان فرمودید بیشتر آگاه بشن.
25-35% کاهش پیدا کرده. یعنی صادراتمون کم شده، بیشتر کم شده، وارداتمون بیشتر. صادرات یه مقدار کمیش کمتر از وارداته. واردات که خیلی کمتر شده. معنی این حرف برای
Okay, listen, up till now, okay, this guy just came on, the president on the right here. He just came on to say, like, you know, we just have like a 20 to 30% reduction in goods. It's not that bad. Well, yeah, it went down a little bit, but like, we're doing fine.
کسانی که اقتصاد میدونن معلومه. حالا من نمیخوام بازش بکنم یعنی چی. یعنی این که میگه اصلا تحریم هیچ اثری نداره. آخه نمیدونم چی به اینا بگم. یعنی واقعا عقلم خوب چیزیه، فقط همین رو میخوام بگم. یعنی عقلم
Ali, I'm getting the sense that he's making it seem like it's a big deal, not a small deal. Like that's what he's saying.
That's all he's talking about.
Yeah, yeah. He's saying that he's saying our import and exports have dropped a lot, and he's saying the people who are saying sanctions have no effect on our economy. I don't know what they're on, basically. Like what the hell they're talking.
I don't know.
Obviously,
I don't know. Like, are they retarded? Like, I don't know if they have the intelligence to understand.
Yeah, I mean,
here
he's
is
right.
the letter. I know, but people are thinking that he's dissing the Supreme Leader there, because the statement that just came out by the Supreme Leader today is this. He says, I categorically, this is Mojtaba Khamenei, guys, Mush Jr. He said, I categorically declare that the commission of whatever is to the detriment of social cohesion is forbidden. What does that mean? It means, hey guys, stop fighting. Stop fighting within yourselves, Islamic Republic officials. It looks bad. It shows us to be weak. Anything from now on that is causing division is forbidden. We're going to come down, crack down on you guys. Then he said, among the fundamental issues of the Islamic Republic that must always be placed at the center of the attention of the government is the observance of unity, guarding social cohesion. When he says that, he's talking about just that 5% base that they have. The other 95% aren't people to them. Every action that they have to take must be related to social cohesion. So they're changing, ramping up gears here with this statement, it seems like. The part was... Yep. All right. Well, he kind of just repeats himself 4 times there, but yeah. Without a doubt, every speech that weakens any sort of cohesion is forbidden. Anything that's to the detriment of social cohesion is forbidden. Oh, wait. Any kind of illusory dichotomization, such as war or negotiation, consensus or extremism, compromise or warmongering. Oh, wow. You know what? This is funny, though. The disappointing speech part, because that's Pezeshkian. Pezeshkian gives all these disappointing speeches. But now he's coming out and saying, oh, no, we're doing good. When as 2 weeks ago, Pezeshkian was saying we're screwed. This is an interesting paragraph. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can read it better. But he's saying everything. War, negotiation, compromise, anything like that, that's going to leave the same effect. That's going to
he's saying don't create a dichotomy of pro-war, pro-negotiation, right?
But what choice?
He's saying don't create camps of people of war or negotiation, extremism or consensus, compromise or warmongering. Basically, don't polarize us. Don't create polarization.
Yeah, let's see how well that goes.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that one. And let's take a look at the regime supporters. Let's see what they're up to and what they're doing.
By the way, Mushtaba, guys, there's some new reports that, again, I'm not saying is true, but there's some new intelligence that suggests that Mushtaba might be alive. So again, this intelligence report might be fake. Okay, they might be playing games with us. I don't know. Just letting you know that there are new intelligence that suggests that not only Mushtaba is alive, he's also conscious and in charge now. So, not saying that's true. Just wanted to let you know that just came out.
Arn, I'm just wondering though, his statement about social cohesion. I mean, who's really his target audience? Because no one's really showing up these days to the pro-regime rallies. It's kind of just empty.
Oh my
and there's
god!
that one guy waving the flag. he's just hand in his pocket, just holding up the flag, just standing there.
Can you, Ali?
And that's probably his car. That's definitely his car too, right there.
Can you sing this? They should play this lonely song. How does that go? Lonely, I'm so lonely. Can you sing that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking?
Yeah, lonely.
There we go. Yes. Yeah, they should play that song next to. Oh, so sad, so sad.
And last part before we go into the three options here is we got that. Okay. So Raja News, they said something. Yes. Before Raja News, perfect. Pezeshkian said something else, ladies and gentlemen. He went to the Rajai festival yesterday in the Islamic Republic, and he said that our country is a victim of assassination. Either they set us against each other within our country and we assassinate one another, or when they become disillusioned with these plots of setting us against each other, they resort to direct attacks. Our mistake is when we distance ourselves from our own people. Yeah, what do you think about this part right here? What do you think about that?
Pezeshkian said either they set us against each other within our country and we assassinate one another, or when they become disillusioned with these plots, they resort to direct attacks. So, so Pezeshkian is trying to make it seem like the people. Wow, actually, that's a major accusation, because Pezeshkian is suggesting that the people who are causing division, who are attacking me, they're the same as the people who are the violent protesters who come into the streets and try to kill us. They are the same people. So he's kind of suggesting the so-called radicals of the Paidari camp as being part of the plot of the enemy. So you know how the jihadi ideological pressure camp point at Pezeshkian and they say you're part of the enemy's plot? Pezeshkian is now doing the same thing to them. He's saying you're causing division among us and you're part of the enemy. You're the enemy. You are the ones that the enemy is basically using to cause division among us. That's what he's doing.
And he's also admitting that it's working. He's like, they set us against each other, so we kill each other, and then when that doesn't work, they shed another layer of our leadership, so we get to fighting again. Yeah, smart guy. He's really catching on.
I mean, he's half right. You're doing this yourself. We're just cheering you on.
We're just encouraging you. Armin, look at what Raja News posted. This is the official Raja News account. This is actually all over Islamic Republic state media as well. Or some of them, at least. So this is this guy. Forgot his name. I'm sure you saw this, but where was it? Oh, I am Pana. Okay. Anyway, he said something interesting, guys. Something that people haven't said before. He's the first one to say it. He said, if I were in Pezeshkian's position and I knew that America would assassinate our leader, I would have halted uranium enrichment.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, ladies and gentlemen. That goes to accuse Pezeshkian that he knew and wanted the supreme leader to die. There was something else he said about, not all of us are supposed to die here. Okay, I guess they took that statement out.
Ali, there was another statement that is going viral by somebody within the regime that was talking about his children's diapers. Did you saw that?
I do have that. Let's take a look at that, actually.
This is going viral. A lot of regime supporters are getting really angry over this. Oh yeah, that's one exactly. Who is this guy again?
I have no idea. I listened to this whole thing. I'll just paraphrase it for you guys. He's saying, guys, look. So I'm regime supporter, right? And I have a wife and I have a kid. I have a baby. And the other day we went to the supermarket and we wanted to buy our kid diapers. And the diapers were, a couple weeks ago, they were like 350 toman. They're just a couple bucks, and now it's like 700,000. It's over 2.5 times the price. That's what he spent a whole minute saying, by the way. And then he's like, and that's not to include other things like baby formula and milk and all these other things you need for children. Why is he saying all this, Armin?
So, I mean, he's trying to suggest that we should stop the fight and negotiate with the Americans, right? Like we're being too idealistic when our demands of revenge, right? But this is, Ali, that's not what offended people, because that's what a lot of these other people who won negotiations now say. This guy was supposed to be a hardliner. So he's saying diapers, I went to buy diapers for my kids, and it's now twice the price as just a while ago, like just overnight they became double the price, right? Diapers. But you know why, Ali, they got offended? Because what he started saying before he talked about diapers. So
what did he say?
What he said first was this, where he said, like, I want to get revenge for the blood of the imam as well.
Oh, right.
And then he said, but diaper prices are double now. So this offended so many regime supporters, because he said, like, this mother tucker is saying diapers are more important than the blood of the supreme leader. So people are saying, how dare you compare diapers to the... He's like, hey guys, I know the blood of supreme leader is important, but diapers. And that's why so many people are offended about this, and they're going after him now.
Hey, I think he just says that. Let's see.
ببینید ما خونخواه رهبرمونیم تا آخرین روزمون. حداقل من که میگم به عنوان کسی میگم که میرم تو خونم زندگیمو بر اون پایه میبینم. اما
but like I want revenge for the blood of the supreme leader as well. This is what I want. Truly want that. But, and then he goes and talks about diapers.
But the price of my baby's diapers are just too much, and I don't know if I want revenge for my supreme leader anymore. I kind of want to pay for my diapers.
Yes.
Oh man. So
yeah,
with all of these things that we're seeing right now, and after we give you guys the 3 options right now, we're going to talk about them. Then we'll give you the rest of the news. I mean, the United States military last night used laser weapons for the first time to shoot down cartel drones. It's a pretty big thing. Hegseth, Secretary of War Hegseth, is actually summoning all United States generals from around the world to Quantico in Washington, D.C., and he's going to brief them about something. As well as JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs coming out with some not so good forecasts about the upcoming food crisis around the world. So let us begin with option number 1. What is going to happen? What are the options that Donald Trump has here? And what are on his desk? What is he going to do? Option number 1. Trump's advisors, and I'm going to make a logical assumption here with almost 100% certainty. Some of his advisors are telling him one thing: hit them, hit the Islamic Republic, do it in September. Don't wait for October, because the Islamic Republic is going to start escalating things. There's a lot that they can still do that would make us look bad in the midterms. They can have their proxies attack Saudi oil, different oil refineries around the Middle East. They already did. They themselves can hit more ships. I mean, today they actually hit 2. 3 hours ago, the Islamic Republic launched a missile and 3 drones at a ship. One of the drones hit the ship. Today, about 50 minutes ago, they launched 2 ballistic missiles again towards ships in the Strait of Hormuz. They're going to ramp this up even more the closer we get to November. So option number 1 is hit them. Hit them hard. Don't let them do anything. It's option number 1. What do you think about option number 1? Obviously, I think that's the one that I prefer the most. Again, taking the side of the Iranian people, not wanting them to suffer. Sooner we get this over with, the better for everyone, for the entire world.
Yeah, I mean, the case for the Iranian people is very clear. The economic blockade option is slow and painful, not just to the regime, but also the Iranian people. But to make the case for the American audience, who rightfully have an America first policy, is as successful as this economic blockade is, and is really hurting the Islamic Republic. Economic blockades could take years to topple the regime. Okay, you see that with Cuba, you see that with Saddam, right? And you don't have years. I know we don't have years as Iranian people, but you don't have years either, because Trump is not going to be in office forever. So if this takes longer than Trump's term and a Democrat is in the White House, then they might stop all of this economic pressure, and the Islamic Republic will speed run towards a nuclear weapon, and then you're screwed. You're all screwed. So the reason why we need to hurry this up, even if you don't care about the Iranian people and you're just caring only about the American people, is that this is not fast enough. And we need to arm the Iranian people under the leadership of Prince Pahlavi. And even if you don't want American planes to go in and kill the remaining regime leaders, just let Israel do it. You know what they're doing. Just don't get in their way. Let them do their thing.
And the United States military is at peak readiness. Yeah, they have over 2.5 times the firepower they did in February 28th.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't even have to use it. Just keep the Navy there and all of your military asset there, so that when Israel attacks, everybody knows that if you attack Israel, all the American firepower is just sitting there to defend Israel. You could just sit there and watch Israel do its thing. Just keep everything there.
And so option number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is the most straightforward one. When we get closer to that option, and it does seem more apparent, or even when it may begin without us having any sort of signal to it, we will bring on experts who know the ins and outs of the military and the strikes over there, so we can educate you a little bit more about it. That's option number 1. Okay, don't wait for October to roll around. Don't wait for November. Just do it now. Do it now before the Islamic Republic escalates, because they 100% will. Option number 2. I took a look at what the Republicans are thinking, the MAGA Republicans, and they're not really worried about the midterms. So option number 2 is the midterms are not a problem. We, the Republicans of the United States, will win. And looking at the current trajectory, they do believe that. So when that happens, that means that they have their time. They don't actually have to act between now and the midterms if they believe that they will win, taking into account that the Islamic Republic will escalate. So how much will they escalate? What will it be? Does that influence the minds and hearts of the people? Option number 2 is the riskiest option, in my opinion. Waiting for the midterms to be over and then afterwards going in In my opinion, the MAGA Republicans believing that they will win is a little too risky for me. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, the predictions show that you're correct. I mean, everything you don't know until it happens, and it might be too early to prejudge. But so far, the data doesn't look good. But again, everything could tell. The data doesn't tell you everything, and everything could, change all of a sudden right at the end. But it's not a good strategy to assume that you're going to have a win.
Correct. If Donald Trump does lose the midterms, there's still a period of, I think, 2.5 months or 75 days before the new senators and congressmen are allowed into their jobs, which means that he has until late January to be able to do whatever he wants. If he does still lose, he has that option. Now, I just don't see why we would take that risk. So option number 2 is option number 2. It's a little bit less likely, but it's still an option for them. And option number 3. This is going to upset a lot of you. The last option is to make a deal. And this cursed option, unfortunately, never goes away. I know, boo. And so here's the good news. There's no negotiations currently taking place. The MOU that Donald Trump signed in Versailles in France is completely void. Not going back to it either. Donald Trump stated that to the Wall Street Journal. We ain't going back to it. It doesn't matter for us. So here is what is important, though. The MOU was a dead end. Now, the Islamic Republic is going to talk to the countries, the mediators between Iran and the United States. So they're talking to Oman. The Islamic Republic went to Oman. They made a deal with them about the Strait of Hormuz, which, by the way, the Omanis haven't said a word about it. It's only the Islamic Republic officials who are talking about it, because the Omanis know that they're angering Donald Trump, and he's already threatened to send them sky high and to the afterlife to meet their prophets and whatever multiple times at this point. So I don't think they want to do that. Here is the statement. So basically, the United States' position is this. Any agreements reached between Iran and Oman are of no significance to us. The Strait of Hormuz is open and all mines have been removed. They actually stated over 200 mines have been removed. No negotiations are currently underway or scheduled with Iran, and the naval blockade remains fully in effect. At the same time, Versailles, that guy that we showed you guys earlier that you think, smells, looks like the trash monster, etc., he said, mediators like Oman and Pakistan asked Iran for its conditions to open the Strait of Hormuz, and Tehran is preparing a list for those conditions. Here are the conditions. End the war in the region, back off, release our frozen assets, leave our proxies alone, this and that, give us our, unlimited Costco membership for that Costco chicken, etc. And in turn, we will open up the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the Islamic Republic has agreed. Yeah. The Islamic Republic has agreed to a corridor with Oman. Part of it is in Omani waters, some of it is in Iranian waters. It is August 28th. I feel like I've heard these exact words maybe 5 months ago or something like that. And the foreign minister of the Islamic Republic is doing his best here, going to Oman all the time, and this was yesterday. This is what he said, by the way. He said, we had creative discussions with the prime minister of Qatar and Oman. He went to Oman as well. And he's like, yeah, putting diplomacy back on track isn't impossible. First of all, for the fact that you have to say that is just terrible. And then he's putting it on the US, saying the MOU has to go, we have to go back to the MOU. The US has to understand that pressure doesn't work. The US should build trust. It should speak respectfully. It should acknowledge our rights. Yeah, I don't really see a reason for them to, because the Strait of Hormuz is not under your control and ships are passing through with the American military. Why would they ever come and make a deal with you at this point? It just doesn't make any sense. So we got option number 1, 2, and 3. Oh yeah, go on.
So option number 3, which is a deal, which we don't want. The people are saying that if we do get it, if the Americans are to be interested in a deal, which they shouldn't be, they want something way more than the MOU, because the Islamic Republic right now is in a weaker, desperate situation compared to when they signed the MOU. So the Americans are looking at how desperate the Islamic Republic is, and like, okay, we are still interested in a deal, which they shouldn't be, but you need to come up with something way, way, way more than what you were giving us with the MOU. Because the MOU was mostly, I know there were other things in there, but the MOU was mostly about the Strait of Hormuz. And we have the Strait of Hormuz. So you have to give us something else.
Oh boy.
Ali.
Yeah.
Here's what the Islamic Republic can do. Okay, and I'm going to put this here, and we'll see if we're going to come back to this in the future. Okay, the Islamic Republic can, and we didn't include this in our, pressure points that the Islamic Republic has as a leverage before, and I'm adding it now. Okay, the Islamic Republic can do a terrorist attack in Dubai with a suicide bomber or something like that, or a bomb or something like that.
For what objective?
Not missile. For economic devastation.
Oh.
Right? Because if missiles and drones and proxies and Strait of Hormuz and enriched uranium is now not working, if they get desperate, they already have people in Dubai and they might want to put a bomb somewhere. This is why Dubai and Abu Dhabi are at war with each other. Right? And this is why Abu Dhabi is aggressive and Dubai is less aggressive. They're scared. And this is why UAE doesn't have a consistent strategy against Islamic Republic. This is why we see UAE come and announce that we're cutting all ties, but yet we see certain banks in Dubai still working with the regime to some extent, because Abu Dhabi is more hawkish than Dubai, right? And they're afraid of the consequences. They are afraid if we cut all ties, what is the Islamic Republic going to do to send a message to other countries that want to cut ties with them at that level? Because the Islamic Republic is the message that the Islamic Republic would want to put out there is that you think, here's what I want the world to understand if I'm the Islamic Republic. They say you think that you have seen the worst of me. Everything you have seen I do against you, all the countries in my neighborhood, I did those to you when I still had things to lose from you. When we still had trade, when you still could hurt me. But imagine how I'm going to behave when we have nothing left to lose. If you cut everything with me, then there is nothing else you could do to me. So there is nothing else that I'm going to not do to you. So you haven't seen me at my worst. You will see me at my worst when I have nothing else to lose. And you think that we have attacked you? You haven't seen anything. You are sitting ducks. You are so vulnerable. You have no idea how easy it is for me to move a bomb somewhere in your most tourist-friendly neighborhoods and cause economic devastations for decades to come for you. And that's why you need to that's why not only you can't cut ties with me, you need to give me a couple more $1 billion just for me not to do that.
Yeah, and they're dragging their feet. Now, look, I would really love to be sympathetic to the cause, to these Arab countries, particularly the UAE. In fact, I look at the UAE more favorably than I do at all the other Persian Gulf Arab countries. However, there's news like this that came out today. Scott Bessent is pissed at the UAE, incredibly angry. The Treasury today is going after a specific UAE bank called the Bank Misr, which I think Misr means Egypt, the Egypt bank in the UAE, and they're cutting it off from the dollar system completely. Scott Bessent is not happy. He came out with this statement, and look at him. I mean, read his words. He said, the Treasury promised to sever every economic lifeline Tehran has left and finally end the threat of the Iranian regime. So great start. We also warned that Iran's enablers, like the UAE, Turkey, China, cannot continue to enjoy access to the US dollar and the global financial system. And then here comes the funny part. Bank Misr UAE decided to find out the hard way. And today we are taking the first step in he misspelled that, holding it accountable for its continued egregious support of the Iranian regime. Yeah, they're done. That's it. They do not have any more access to the dollar system, and that is going to freak out a lot of banks, not just in the UAE, but around the world. But
Right.
Is this enough? For them to have announced that they will, implement measures never seen before, but to come out with this very cautious method of starting this economic attack, what's your opinion on that? Are they too soft, or are they being cautious?
I mean, this is going to scare a whole bunch of other banks all around the world, right? This is Scott Bessent showing that we're not kidding around. Like, a lot of banks are going to see this, like, oh, okay, this is actually serious, and they're going to look at everything they do, and they're going to try to cut their ties with the Islamic Republic. However, this actually, the original post, Ali, that this is in response to, this is such a good segue from the point that I was making, because this proves my point. Because the UAE came out and said we're cutting all ties with the Islamic Republic, and this bank was still doing business with the Islamic Republic. Is this just a UAE bank? Let me see. Treasury offers foreign assets control sanctions Bank Milli Dubai. This is not UAE. This is not just UAE. This is Dubai, right? Why is Dubai out in UAE have a different strategy compared to Abu Dhabi, right? Abu Dhabi is more political. Dubai is more business oriented, right? So UAE makes a lot of its money from Dubai, right? But so they are, and Dubai is a lot more cautious with regards to the Islamic Republic, because they're interested in tourism, and they have billions of dollars worth of trade with the Islamic Republic, billions and billions of dollars, right? Every year. So Abu Dhabi is very aggressive because they are the political hawkish parts of the UAE, and they represent UAE. But Dubai has a lot of businesses with the Islamic Republic that they don't want to lose. And this is why you see this dichotomy. This is why you see this difference of strategy between some parts of the UAE and the other parts of the UAE, right? And this actually proves that what I was just saying earlier. But again, the good thing is that Abu Dhabi is cooperating with the United States, and if Dubai is not, Scott Bessent is coming after them. And this is good. In fact, it's good that you were still cooperating with the Islamic Republic, because we needed a bank to make an example out of, so other banks could learn their lesson.
They also sanctioned a Hong Kong institution, and they also sanctioned Reza Mohammed Taidi, who is the Bank Melli manager in Dubai. So not only did the UAE not stop its financial institutions like Bank Misr from dealing with the IRGC, it didn't even close down the Bank Melli branches. So yeah, it looks like their statement was purely just for show, that the UAE said we're cutting ties. And as Armin explained, you can see why it's hard for them to do that. I think I had this other one as well. Okay. So, and then according
And
to
also,
Max,
another point.
yeah.
Another, Dubai will come out and say, like, listen. This is so hard to do because it's not just banks.
Let me tell you
okay?
something.
Let me tell you, yeah, this is really hard. Like, this is decades and decades of intertwined trade between the regime and Dubai. And it's not just banks, it's like in everywhere in Dubai, in shops and stores and, you know, small stores. And like, what do you want us to do? Go and find, like, and again, remember, there are a lot of Iranians in Dubai who are doing business, right? And a lot of these Iranians are not Islamic Republic, and some of them are Islamic Republic. So Dubai is like, what do you want me to do? I'm gonna, like, how could I tell who's Islamic Republic, who's not? Like, I'm not gonna be able to figure this out. Like this is gonna take years for me to be able to figure this out. So that's what their excuses are.
Yeah. We'll give them a tiny little, maybe like an inch of slack. But I'm not really
Go
really
after
sympathetic
everybody
here at all.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Shut it down.
I meant towards the UAE.
No excuses.
Yeah. So here's what they're doing. So the United States is using Section 311. It's a better weapon for them to do this, and they're using the USA Patriot Act. Guys, you remember what the USA Patriot Act is? Armin, do you know anything about the Patriot Act?
Wait, the Patriot Act. Wait, what was it? I know. What was that one? I forgot.
It was when Bush. So here.
Oh yeah. After 9/11, was that the one that they
Yeah.
could listen to your stuff and like look at?
They can do whatever they want as long as it's justified,
yes.
and they can do whatever they want.
That was after 9/11. Now I remember. Okay.
So what President Trump is doing with his administration right now, and we can actually, since we see them using the Patriot Act here to target a UAE bank, we also know that they're actually using the Patriot Act to go after journalists, politicians within Washington, D.C. A few of them were actually arrested last night and the day before, accused of propagating Islamic Republic and Chinese propaganda. It's times like these where it makes perfect sense for a politician like the President of the United States and his administration to use an external threat to go after enemies right at home. This is something that's classic. It's a classic move. You've done this for hundreds, couple thousands of years. Any politician has done it. All right. Those are the three options. Let's quickly say which one would you prefer. So again, number one, military action before the midterms. Number two, okay, yeah, I agree with that one too. Number two, hey, we're going to win the midterms. It's not a big deal. We can wait until afterwards. And three, make a deal with the Islamic Republic so that they don't attack ships in the Strait of Hormuz and we coast along till after the midterms.
I picked the option, kill them all! Kill them now! Kill them yesterday! That's the option I picked.
Yeah, option number one is pretty good. Oh, you guys want to poll? Okay. Okay, I hope you guys remember military strikes. Okay, bear with me for just a second. I want to see what the overwhelming number here is. Wait until after midterms and deal with the Islamic Republic.
People are already voting
for Strait of Hormuz. All right, here we go. There it is. Please type a 1 for military strikes, 2 to wait until after the midterms, and 3 to deal with the Islamic Republic.
I voted.
I wonder if it'll stay at 100%. So 12 people have said 1, 16. Okay. Interesting.
Guys, if you put
Well,
if
while
you
we
vote
get that,
one multiple times, it's not going to count.
yeah. All right. While we get that, we'll just show you this miscellaneous clip of a missile part washed up. This is the Strait of Hormuz, ladies and gentlemen. And the person in the video is saying, we are here on the coast of Iran in the Strait of Hormuz, and we just found some missile parts that the Islamic Republic has used last night. They washed up on our shores, and then he's going to go inside of it and look at it too. Keep in mind, the Strait of Hormuz is still pretty much almost black with oil. The oil spillage is a lot. Pollution is a lot. The wildlife is absolutely dying. And then here is the missile component that's washed up.
Are you
Another
sure
two
that's
ballistic
the missile
missiles.
component?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, why are these people moving towards it? Do they know that this is not going to explode?
I guess not. I mean, I guess. So this is the part of the missile that breaks off during the flight. It's just meant to carry it.
That?
I mean, let's take a listen.
از عجایب ساحل تنگ هرمز این روزا بچه‌ها یک کروز دریایی نور این نور از عجایب ساحل تنگ یک کروز نور آورده ساحل
And he's with children.
Yeah, I know. I hear the
wouldn't spend
children
time next to
laughing.
this with my children. Wow, guys,
Please.
I'm pretty sure this is not going to explode. Let's take some children next to it because, yeah, why not?
Yeah, these are the boosters for the rockets or the missiles of the newer type, as the guy says in the video. So these have the range of about 300 kilometers. Takes you well over the Persian Gulf. Will strike, any of the Persian Gulf countries in about a couple of minutes. So 82% of you said military strikes.
Ooh.
All right.
82.
So 45 people voted.
45%
voted for 45 people voted for military strikes, 6 for waiting, and 4 people for a deal. All right, interesting.
Okay.
All right, let's get into Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan's what should we call it?
Capitalism. Yay.
I keep forgetting. Oh no, that's the same thing right there.
Thanks.
Goldman Sachs. All right. So we'll give you guys the good news first. Then we go into the bad news. All right. Good news is oil is making a recovery, according to Goldman Sachs, who will never lead you astray, especially not if you're in 2007. Oil is doing pretty well, and that's going to continue. Let me get the third image for you guys here. The projection as well. All right, so here's the projection. The red line is if we have a very, very good best case scenario. We end up right up top of there with the red line. The green line is things continue how they are continuing right now, which is also a good trajectory. And then the blue line is things turn. The Islamic Republic perhaps continue striking ships and etc. Because remember, this report, you congregate the data, it takes a while. This is probably from like a week or two ago that they took the data from. For them to compile the report takes some time. That's the good news, by the way. The bad news is JP Morgan. JP Morgan predicts that we're going to have a large-scale global food supply crisis, and it's going to hit between now and about 12 months from now, anywhere in between that. So food inflation global is about 2.8%. It's going to jump up to 5%. Why? Fertilizer. We can't really get any nitrogen, some liquid natural gas out of Qatar. We can't get out of the Strait of Hormuz. Fertilizers are becoming scarcer to find. Again, people here in the U.S., you're not going to have a problem. The U.S. is an exporter of fertilizer. We have liquid natural gas. We have nitrogen. The rest of the world, though, is not going to be so lucky, particularly not East Asia. They're going to have it real rough. Real rough. And that's why that's a global piece of news there. Let me close this. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, when the MOU was signed, I told you guys that the United Nations has done this before, or at least this tactic has been used before. It's been used on the Soviet Union. It's been used on Iraq, on Saddam Hussein. And at the end of it, it never worked. So it's really funny to me that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Republic just said, hey, the US can't do that. They can't sanction us. That's illegal. That's a violation of the United Nations Charter. Oh, really? We're going after United Nations charters now? We're going to use those? I mean, give me a break. These guys go crying to anyone and everything that they can, saying that the United Nations indifference towards the United States and Zionist regime have created a dangerous pattern and precedent of lawbreaking and international crimes, and this threatens all of humanity.
Can I explain this to people?
Of course.
The Islamic Republic is claiming that having access to US markets is a right. And if United States doesn't give you access to their customers, they're violating international law. Let that sink in, okay? The United States has managed to build a giant economy with a lot of customers that have more purchasing power than anywhere on earth, right? And the United States is saying, we don't like you. We're not going to give you access to our economy. And the Islamic Republic is saying, you can't do that. That goes against international law. As if it's a fundamental human right to be able to sell to Americans and buy from Americans and do trade with Americans. How does that make sense? So you're saying that it is your right to trade with America, but America doesn't have a right to decide who they want to trade with. Because, guys, that's what sanctions are. People don't understand what sanctions are. People, when you hear United States sanctioned, I don't know, North Korea or Russia or the Islamic Republic, they hear like, oh, Russia had something and the United States took it from them. Or the Islamic Republic had something and the United States took it from them. It's theft. Or North Korea had something and the United States took it from them. They don't understand that sanctions mean that United States gave something to these countries, that they had something because of the United States, and now United States is deciding that that thing that you have because of me, now you're not going to have it. And when people come out and say, well, no, you can't do that, it shows you how used to the idea. The United States is such a net positive to the world, and the whole world is so used to having United States as a net positive that they see not having it as a violation of their right. They don't notice that having United States in the world is a privilege that you don't necessarily have the rights to. And they get to decide who they want to trade with. And sanctions just means that they don't want to trade with you, and they have every right to do that. So that's what's happening here.
So, Rich, can you read the title of that? Just what it says here.
بیانیه وزارت امور خارجه درباره تروریسم اقتصادی آمریکا علیه ایران. Oh my God. Really? It's saying this is a declaration. This is a statement of the foreign ministry about the foreign ministry of the Islamic Republic about the economic terrorism of the United States against Iran, it says, which means the Islamic Republic. It's apparently terrorism. Terrorism for United States to be like, we don't want to trade with you. Sorry, we don't want to do it. Nope, don't feel like it. That's terrorism. Guys, when leftists tell you like, oh my God, look at this, poor people are starving and it's because of the sanctions, which they're right, people do starve because of US sanctions. And then people think that, oh, that means that the United States is evil. The United States is evil for doing that. But look at it from a different perspective. That shows that so many people around the world would have been starving if it wasn't for the existence of the United States. Do you understand this? Do you understand what I'm talking to you about? The technology, the capitalism, the science, the prosperity, the entrepreneurship, the hard-working attitude that the Americans have, the growth mentality, the business-mindedness of the Americans, and the culture and the sense of competition that they have, and all the values that they have, and all the fundamentals and all the framework that the United States and its constitution has created, that it turned it into a powerful economic superpower in the world. When you see a country gets sanctioned and what that does to that country, it shows to you how the whole world would have been like right now if it wasn't for the existence of the United States. In fact, every time you see what it's like when a country doesn't get to trade with the United States, the whole world should be thanking the United States to have the blessing of the United States existing in the world. Because that's how everything else would look like if you didn't have the United States in this world. Those people are just experiencing a taste of what it's like to not have the economy of the United States in this world. The United States is the sun that all the other countries are orbiting around. And these mother tuckers are calling it terrorism instead of realizing how good they had it, how good everyone has it because the United States exists as a country. Instead of being grateful, they think a privilege that they had before is a right. You had the privilege to be able to have access to this economy. And now you lost it, and because you were so used to that privilege, you are treating it like it was a right. But you don't have that right. You have to play nice if you want access to that market.
We're getting some interesting news, guys. So I checked this. According to a lot of Arab media, like Al Arabiya and other news channels, we'll actually just play this for you guys. It's going to be in Arabic, but look at this. So, we're not going to put this with audio, but I'll tell you what he's saying. Actually, is this in Arabic? Yes, God. Oh my God. Okay, so what he's saying is that in the coming hours, we have information and our intelligence of Saudi Arabia is claiming that Iraqi militias backed by the Islamic Republic are about to target Saudi Arabian oil in the coming hours. They got that information. Now, I did have something for you guys about that, but I didn't know it was going to be that quick. Other Arab media, like Al Hadath, is saying that because the Iraqi militias, which are super important when it comes to dealing with the Islamic Republic, are actually not going to disarm fully and disband. They're just going to make small, dormant, secret cells and go into hiding, just act like regular people. So each cell comprises about 5 to 10 members. They're going to operate separately. Some of them will keep their drones. Some of them will keep their missiles and their weapons. But if they do have to give up their small arms, they might. They'll just go into hiding. Armin, out of 1 to 10, how surprising is this for you?
Wait, let me see.
If you just read that first point.
Iran maneuvers from small, dormant secret cells to confront the decision to dismantle. To form the a decision to dismantle its loyal armed factions in Iran. I mean, this is what we said, didn't we?
That's crazy. I mean, wow. It's like telling them to disarm, they just won't do it. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, are we surprised by this? I don't understand. Like, this is exactly what we said, right?
1 out of 10. Like, you know, how surprising is that?
Not at all.
0.
Yes. 0, yeah.
You know, making a deal with the Iraqi militias is like making a deal with the Islamic Republic. There's no difference. You might just picture the Iraqi militias to wear balaclavas and cover their face, but there's really no difference here, which is, again, why option number 2 or option number 3 of making a deal will just never work. And I believe that the U.S. administration fully realizes that, regardless of what people like Witkoff and Kushner and J.D. Vance want. It's just not going to work anymore. But in the implications that this reveals, if they're going to keep their weapons and all of that, and they're just going to form dormant cells, one thing is perhaps they'll stay in Iraq, but that's not even a guarantee. What if they stay dormant and they go into Iran? That's going to be a huge issue. In fact, if I was the IRGC, what I would tell them was, listen, just hand over your small arms or something, then retreat into Iran, help us deal with the protests in the coming months, and then when things die down, you can go back into Iraq. That's the worst case scenario for us.
That's the best case that's 100% right, Ali. That's the best case for the Islamic Republic. You know, you're being hunted down in Iraq, come here in Iran, stay for a while, enjoy our women or girls, right? I promise you that's part of it. Like, I'm not exaggerating that, right? Enjoy, we will have that for you. Be here. We need you here anyways, because there might be an uprising soon. And you're safer here right now. And then we'll send you back when the things clear out in Iraq, when we have the upper hand in Iraq. Guys, did you know there's a law passed by the parliament in Iran that these terrorists from outside of Iran, if they come and have sex with Iranian women, they get permanent residentship with the right to buy land in Iran? Temporary marriages, they get rewarded for that. Did you know that? This is a law passed by the parliament. I kid you not. I kid you not. So as if you get rewarded. So the sex itself is not the reward. The sex is like work, and then you get rewarded with permanent residency. And a special type of permanent residency, because most permanent residency in Iran doesn't give you the right to buy a land, but this one does. This was so disgusting, Ali, that when it was passed, even the jihadis were like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's one of the things to make you want to throw up. All right. So with this, guys, we have 5 alligrams for you guys. It looks like Farce News, in the group discussion that I go grab these messages, decided to have a crackdown today and went ahead and deleted a lot of people's dissenting messages. So I just actually had to go in right now and find some. I'm actually kind of upset because the previous ones were kind of good. All right. Everything I read, though, is just, oh man, these are like, people are like, our houses are worth billions, which is not wrong. They're worth billions, but we can't even afford anything. All right. Here we go. All right, guys, here is our section called Alligrams. We'll grab the regime supporters' messages in their group discussions. We'll find out what they think and how they feel. So our first one is making fun of Pezeshkian, which, to no one's surprise, he came out with that stupid interview, said everything's going great, and he said "bande khuda," which means you. God, how do you really translate
Poor-
that? It's really like
you poor person.
You poor bastard. Who considers you a human being? No one. You're nothing more than a scarecrow, a puppet. You're a cover for the core of the system. You're just a puppet. The core of the system, who are the clerics and the IRGC. The president is not the one with the power. This is a wrong translation. And they will drown you when they're done with you, like they did to another president, which is also correct. The Islamic Republic has assassinated presidents before. They might do it again. Do you think that the president of the Islamic Republic currently, Pezeshkian, could befall some sort of fate like that? Or is he too useful?
So if anything happens to him, it will not be by the regime, it will be by the regime supporters. The regime itself wants to keep him safe because he's too useful, but they created so much hate against him that maybe somebody from the regime supporters will take actions into their own hand.
Yeah. And our next one is also for the Pezeshkian interview. Let's see what they have to say. Saying, "Oh God, save our Iran from this uncivilized reformist people, especially this foolish and uncivilized person who doesn't know when to open his mouth, when to shut it, when to speak, or when to remain silent." So, perfect scapegoat is the president of the Islamic Republic. Why? Because in reality, he has no power to actually do anything. He has no power to declare war or to stop war, no say in where the money goes. He can only, they told him, listen, shut up, go be in charge of the electricity, the water, the food. We'll take care of everything else. What other country in the world do you know the president to just be the minister of food and water and things like that? Nowhere else. The commander-in-chief is the president. They decide everything. Look at France, look at the US, and other such countries. These guys are total
Unless
puppets.
you have a prime minister.
True. Unless you have a prime minister. And our third one. Oh. So, this guy's saying, one of the ministers of the Islamic Republic just told us today that we should go on a diet. People should go on a diet for a few days and eat less food and spend less. The obesity index in the country is also high. So let's look at the high prices as a blessing for losing weight and getting fit.
Wow.
Imagine you're starving and the Islamic Republic is telling you, hey man, you guys are actually kind of fat. Just take a look at these high prices as a good thing because you can't buy food anymore. So that's great. Yeah, this is a member of parliament, by the way.
Guys, people don't understand. Right now, the problem is not calories. It's malnutrition. And because of the lower quality of food, people are going to get more fat before we have a calorie issue and people. So guys, when food prices go up and people have less access to food, they're going to get more fat, not less, because they're going to be eating less meat and vegetables and fruits, and they're just going to be going for high calorie, low nutritional value food with a lot of oil and fat and just empty carbs. And that's not like, so higher food prices is not going to make them skinnier. It's going to make them gain more weight unless it gets so extreme that the issue will not be nutrition. The situation will become calories. But in this middle area where the issue is nutrition, people are going to gain weight instead of losing weight when they get poorer. And this is how in modern world, people gain weight when they get poorer, not lose weight. Yeah, filling food. Again, exactly.
This is the member of parliament for the city of representing the city of Tehran for the Islamic Republic. not just a random member of parliament. What an idiot. All right, our next one.
Somebody said Armin is a genius. Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, this one's going to be better in Farsi. You're going to have to read this for us.
Okay. همین که کار میتونی بکنی خدا رو شکر کن. ایران کار نیست اصلا که. همه خونه ننه باباشونن. تک و توک ازدواج میکنن. میرن خونه خودشون. من به کشورم علاقه دارم اما با واقع بینی نه توهم. So this person is saying, like, go thank God that you even have a job. There's no jobs in Iran anymore. Everybody is living with their moms and dads. Only a few people who marry get to go to their own home. I love my country, but I'm being objective here. I'm being a realist, not delusional.
One of the only things that'll move them is their pockets. That's literally the only thing that affects regime supporters. All right. And then our last one here, let me see if I can find one more while we read this. This one is comparing the Islamic Republic to the Soviet Union, saying, hey guys, I'm interested in the history of the Soviet Union, and I just want to know how a nation was able to become a superpower after World War II. I'm interested in knowing, and I think that the Soviet Union was somewhat like Iran now, which eventually collapsed. Which Persian books and Persian language sites should I refer to for the study of the history of the Soviet Union? What similarities do you see, Armin? I've seen more people in the past few weeks talk about the Soviet Union and the Islamic Republic from amongst the regime supporters. What are the similarities?
The similarities are the Soviet Union fell under economic pressure without actually the Cold War getting hot, right? But the differences are more interesting to me, Ali. Because the differences are the Soviet Union was a superpower and the Islamic Republic is not. And they still fell under economic pressure. The Soviet Union had a nuclear bomb, had many nuclear bombs, and that did not save them, and it fell, and the Islamic Republic does not have a nuclear weapon. So if you think that your military power is going to save you, your military power is nothing compared to what the Soviet Union had at that time relative to the rest of the world, and they still fell under economic pressure. So good luck, Islamic Republic. Good luck. Here's the thing, guys. This is why I think the current economic pressure by itself is capable of making the Islamic Republic fall. The problem that we have with it is that it's slow. And it might not be consistent because, I don't know, the Democrats are like, here's the thing. When the here's another difference, Ali. During the Cold War, most politicians were against the Soviet Union. So there was somewhat of a consistency in fighting the enemy. There's a difference now that this is the advantage of the Islamic Republic. So I told you the disadvantages of the Islamic Republic compared to the Soviet Union. I will tell you the advantages of the Islamic Republic compared to the Soviet Union. The Islamic Republic has allies in Washington, D.C. Do you know what they're called? They're called the Democrats, right? And the Soviets did not have that, but the Islamic Republic does. So that's the difference.
They have another ally, actually. They have an ally called Trita Parsi. And Laura Loomer just posted this about Trita Parsi. Where did he go? How do I... Laura Loomer Trita Parsi. Come on. It was literally just there. There it is. Next up, Trita Parsi. Please get on that, Laura Loomer, and thank you. So the last one will be this one, which showcases just how much the Islamic Republic is lying to its own supporter base. If we were to play this video,
is a resounding Iranian victory. Yeah. There's no doubt about it at this point. I mean, before the Strait of Hormuz was open, there were no fees. Iran was rocked by protests.
Anyway, this guy goes on to glaze the Islamic Republic for 1.5 minutes.
Wait, let's listen to his list. Let's
Okay.
listen to the reasons why the Islamic Republic won.
A lot of situations internally, politically, socially. And after the war, Iran's society is much more unified and cohesive. Iran now has territorial control with Oman of the Strait of Hormuz. It's no longer international waters. They've extended their rights as is prescribed under international law. They're going to have a fee system. Iran maintains its nuclear program, maintains its ballistic program, and gets concessions in terms of sanctions relief, which is something that it has not been able to do for 47 years. So you tell me how this is a US victory in any way. It can't be. This is a resounding Iranian victory, and Iran has emerged as a major superpower in the region now. Now all the regional countries, especially the Gulf states, understand that Iranian government cannot be dislodged by force, and that they have to, at some way, reach some type of relationship, even if it's in some way diplomatic and maybe not out of love for the Iranian government. They have to understand that Iran is a force to contend with, and they have to deal with the Iranian government, whether they like it or not.
In practical terms, yeah.
Absolutely. I think that this...
Okay, Ali, you need to send
beautiful.
You need to send that to me. Also,
Sure, no
cohesion.
problem.
There's cohesion. Oh, what? Okay. Ali, can we go through the list of the reasons why the Islamic Republic has lost? Okay.
Let's do it.
Ali Khamenei is dead. President Trump is alive. Not one, not two, not three, but every single one of the top IRGC leaders are dead. Not a single commander or general of the United States has been killed by the Islamic Republic. Not a single one. Every single one of IRGC ships have been sunk. Every single one of them. Not a single ship of United States has been sunk by the Islamic Republic. Not a single one. Not a single one. The United States has destroyed so many of the Islamic Republic assets inside Iran. The Islamic Republic has not destroyed a single asset of the United States on U.S. soil. Not a single one. The Islamic Republic's economy crashing. U.S. stock market to the moon. What else is there? Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz was supposed to get the price of oil to $200. Some say $500. What we got instead? Did we get $200? Did we get $200 per barrel? We got 200,000 2 months per US dollar instead.
I think I heard for like my entire life, the IRGC commanders in general saying we have pinpoint ballistic missiles. We're going to sink the aircraft carriers and the ships of the United States Navy as soon as they show their face. They fired over 111 missiles to the Abraham Lincoln. It intercepted all of them because it has a carrier defense group around it. They couldn't touch it. They couldn't touch them. Instead, you guys saw the airspace over Iran was completely at the whim of Israel and the United States. They hit wherever they wanted, whenever they wanted, north, south, east, west, wherever they wanted. They hit one jet. What was it, an F-16? I think it was F-16. The pilot lands, I think it was 150 kilometers south of Isfahan in this area. Pilot lands here, by the way, well in the borders of Iran, hundreds of kilometers from the next country over, which was Iraq, by the way, crawling with terrorist militias of the IRGC. The United States comes in, builds an airstrip, lands cargo planes, special forces, extracts the pilot. The IRGC couldn't do a thing about it. But hey, according to what's his stupid name?
Ali,
Christopher
the
something.
The Islamic Republic did something similar. That's a good point. When the Qatar took the Islamic Republic pilots, they wrote a strongly worded letter to the Red Cross asking for their pilots back.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
The United States moved heaven and earth to go get one pilot. The Islamic Republic said, Red Cross, please. Red Cross. Go get they got our boys. They got our boys. Bring them home. Red Cross. Thank you. Please.
And then he
please.
says the nuclear program is still intact. I would like him to go and take a tour of the nuclear program.
Yes.
I mean, what is it looking like down there? It just in your head, if you had to take a guess.
I think that we should send that guy all the way down there, right next to the radioactive material. Maybe he'll melt or something.
Maybe he'll check it out for us.
Yes. I think he's going to die
down there. Maybe we should, have him verify his claims there. No Navy. There's absolutely nothing. And then he doesn't talk about the fact that there's internal fractures, that the Iranian people hate the government. He says there's never been this much cohesion in Iranian society.
Where did he get that from?
What is Iranian society to him? I don't understand.
I mean, even within the regime, we've never seen this much of an infighting. I mean, maybe he should read the letter of the supreme leader begging everybody to stop fighting.
That's a great point. The supreme leader just came out today and said, children, stop fighting. Why would you even need to say that? You need to make a blanket statement like that to everyone. Now, if anyone goes against it, they can't say, oh, Vahidi said that, or Ghalibaf said that, or they'll be like, that's the supreme leader. Now, everyone has a... what that does is basically in a political battlefield, if you were to come out and say something that causes social cohesion, that letter from the supreme leader, Mujtaba, saying don't do that, gives an excuse to everyone around you to suddenly come and clobber you on the head. Everyone turns on you. They have perfect legitimate reason.
I can defend him. Okay. He's right. Iran is winning. And by Iran, he means the actual Iran against the Islamic Republic. And he's right. We have more cohesion than ever before. We have cohesion under the leadership of Princess of Pahlavi against the Islamic Republic. We have never had more Iranian cohesion. By Iran, he didn't mean the Islamic Republic. He meant the Iranian people.
No, but also like without us having to fix it. I mean, can you guys think about a sec how stupid these people are? It's ridiculous. And a lot of them are stupid, but people like that go on the shows and talk about it, they know what they're saying. Jeez. Okay, I really like that comment. That was funny.
Which one?
It's 3.6 Roentgen down there. Not good, not terrible. From the show Chernobyl. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
All right. And let's begin with the super chats here. So, yes. Biz Endrasist, who's been a member for 2 months, which is as long as I could have memberships, says, like and subscribe, ya dirty freeloaders. Guys, we'd like to take this second to say, please consider subscribing to both of our channels. We're here every single day. I do genuinely believe this is the best analysis you can find on Iran. We cover absolutely everything that has to happen every 24 hours, every single day. We've been doing it for over 100 days. We'll keep on going well until after Iran is free. And if you'd like to talk to me, there is a open political discussion, group discussion today. It's going to be happening in about 2 hours from now. So if you like to scan that QR code, or the link of every description of our videos has the link there to join. It's free. I don't record it. I don't stream it. It is literally just to talk to you guys if you want access to me. And yeah, let's move on.
Guys, today, let me actually sell it even more. Guys, today you would be able to go and talk to Ali for how many hours?
However long people want to ask questions.
All right, the link, so it's open, it's free, it's not recorded, it's not live streamed. Ali will be there and you get to go talk to him. And please go with some questions or points or comments or something.
Anything you want, yeah.
Yes, go there and open your mic and talk about something, okay? A lot of you just go sit there and be like, okay, go there and talk to Ali, ask him about something. And he's available. He's making himself available to you for as long as you want. So the link again is in the description. Join the group discussion and then find the group call for Ali and then join the group call. He will be there, so don't miss it.
Yep. And our first one, or an after Fizz, which thank you for the message, by the way, is from Wes Downer, super sticker. Thank you so much, Wes, who also gifted 10 memberships to my channel. So if you guys got one, please type something in the chat, test out the emojis. And thank you so much, Wes. Really appreciate that. You guys been watching all the time, every day. So here we go into your...
Can I highlight a comment from inside Iran? Okay, so Muhammad from inside Iran, he's being very sweet. I just want to highlight that. He's saying, Armin Eshke. Oh, no. He's saying, as Armin Hamayat Kunid, merci. Thank you, Muhammad. That's very sweet. So Muhammad from Iran is saying, Armin is love. Please support Armin. Thank you, Muhammad. That's very sweet. Okay. I just saw that. It just melted my heart. So thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Muhammad. Guys, by the way, for anyone who's tired, that's totally fine. You can tune in. You don't have to say anything. I'm just there so you guys can have access to me. That's the whole point. So if you'd like to show up, that's great. If you don't, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. All right. So here we go into what some might call cheating here. Nail Bunny says hello, and we see the ...
Let's go again.
Hello.
Let's do it. Durud.
Hello, Durud. And Shabbat Shalom. That's 3.
Shabbat
Remember
Shalom.
to like the stream.
Shabbat Shalom.
Armin should 6. Get confetti 7.
Woohoo!
7 super chats.
Thank you, Nelvani. Let's go. Let's go. We did it. Thank you, Nelvani.
All right. And right. So
Black Cat.
Someone said, how do I get there? If you click on the description of the video, just scroll down a little bit. There's a link in there. Sign up for free. It takes, I don't know, 2 minutes probably.
Let me show people once they're there what to do. Okay.
Oh, right. Maybe that's what they were asking.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is the discussion group. So you're gonna, when you click on the link, you're gonna land in the about page. Okay. And this is the community page, right? So there's 2 ways to get to Ali's group call when you're in our discussion group. Either the link is on the home page, on the community page. This will always take you to the next upcoming group call, right? So this will just take you there. Or you could go to the calendar and you could find today and you will be able to see this is Ali's upcoming group call. And then once you hear, if you click on this will get you to the group call. And Ali will be there and other people will be there as well. Okay. It's easy. It's easy. All right.
Oh, yeah.
The QR code description.
You know, Armin, actually, we're really close to 6,000 subscribers. I think I'm
Guys, subscribe to Ali.
11.
Subscribe.
11 away.
Yes. Also, by the way, guys, get Ali to 10,000 and get Liberty Politics. Get Liberty Politics to 100,000 as well. So subscribe to Liberty Politics. So people on Ali's stream come and subscribe to Liberty Politics, and people on my stream subscribe to Ali Somani. Let's get Ali to 10,000 and Liberty Politics to 100,000.
Yep. Thank you. And for anyone saying that they need a camera, you don't need a camera. You can just come and talk.
Yeah.
Or even close your mic, whatever you want. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that's in 2 hours, guys. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And our next super chat is from Black Cat, who says, Durud. Let's get another win.
Yes.
Time for... And where's the last one? Time for... yeah.
So,
Yep.
so the way Black Cat did it is he set it up for Nail Bunny's confetti. So then we got 4 confetti. Yes.
Wow.
So teamwork, Black Cat and Nail Bunny.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. Thank you, Black Cat. Thank you, Nail Bunny.
Thank you, Black Cat. Thank you.
Honestly, you guys go the extra mile. It's impressive. You know what? Even when you're an adversary, it's definitely impressive there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Black Cat. Thank you, Nail Bunny.
Black Cat.
And there we go. Friendly face here. Fizz Endresis says Armin just got confetti, and that was at 2:34. So that was 3 minutes after we started. Dang.
Let's go.
That's how it works.
Let's go.
Maybe,
We did it.
yep,
You
and
guys are
Amir
awesome.
has the. Damn, I'm back to
Score.
7 days behind now.
7 days.
Yeah, someone's right. You know, maybe you should make the bar 15 super chats for yourself, and I'll keep mine at 10.
Hey, you have more viewers than me, so it's like I'm the underdog here.
Yeah, true. Somehow, I still don't understand how that works, but
I also Ali wanted to highlight this. Muhammad, when he saw I highlighted his message, he wanted to also send this. He's saying Armin Ali Somani ham ishq mas, and then azash tashakkar kon. So Muhammad saw that I highlighted his message, so he's saying Armin Ali Somani is also our love. Please thank him. So there you go.
مرسی که میان تماشا میکنین. همه برنامه‌ام تو انگلیسیه ولی خب خیلی ممنون. Thank you very much, and thank you, Fizz, for reminding us.
Thank you.
Our next one is from Channel, who says Ali is exceptional. Keep him and the Indian guy. Sorry, forgot his name. Both are amazing and articulate, well-spoken, and intelligent. Listen. I've graduated from becoming the new guy they're using my name, but now there's another person who's getting the treatment. They're being called the Indian guy.
The Indian guy. Wait, I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to him. He's talking about Sid. He's gonna love this. Okay, I'm gonna the Indian guy. By the way, you know he's actually mixed of so many things, but also yes, Indian for sure. Yes, so I just screenshotted Channel. I was thinking if we should keep Ali or not. So thank you for the recommendation. We will keep him. And I
for now, yeah. Trial period.
And I screenshotted your message and I sent it to Sid, and I think he's gonna love your message. He's gonna have a laugh. So yes, Sid. And guys, by the way, Sid is going to have his channel ready pretty soon, and we're gonna include that in the description as well for you guys to subscribe.
Guys, that's someone from Liberty Politics who will be starting their channel soon. That's who they're referring to when they say Indian guy. His name is Sid.
Sid. So guys, the point of liberty politics is to find people who are great warriors for liberty and encourage them to get their own platform and then help them grow that platform. So we're basically are trying to raise warriors, right? Like Ali, for example, right? And Sid, and Goldie. Goldie was our first success story. But that's the point. Like liberty politics is we're trying to recruit people and tell them that they have a great message and a great way to spread that, and encourage and tell them that more people need to hear what they have to say, and then get you guys to go support their platform. That's what we're doing. So supporting liberty politics is supporting the next generations of warriors for liberty. And by the way, Ali is a role model. So we always like, hey, you also get to be like Ali one day.
Oh, yes. He's only saying that because he knows it hurts me.
Somebody's saying great mission. Well, thank you. I think it's a good mission. So guys, can I just say something else, guys? Because I think here's the thing: our enemies have Qatar money, Islamic Republic money, Putin money, and CCP money, right? And they're organized, right? And they are very efficient at spreading their poison in our societies. These anti-patriotic, anti-liberty ideas that are spreading into our societies, right? And when Iran fell to these ideas, I wasn't around, right? I wasn't around, and I was born after that all happened. And I always ask myself that if I was born before the fall of my country to this cancerous disease, would I be one of those people, one of the silent majority that would just stand by and watch my country be taken away from me? Or would I do whatever it takes to fight back, right? And I never got the chance to fight for my country, but I do get a chance to fight for getting it back. I didn't, but I also want to give a chance to other people who this might be happening to their countries to fight back before it's too late, right? And this is what liberty politics is about, is for us to help each other to push back against all of this funding, all of the resources that these people have. We are going to try, I thought I could just be a YouTuber and make my own content, or I thought why do that? Why not try to build an army of people? And we're raising an army, and instead of just being another YouTuber and make content and talk about it, what if we could find all the people that might be the best at this, but they don't know that they're good at this, but we need to tell them and give them the chance to fight back, and I think we will be able to do with each other as a team a lot more than just each one of us individually. So that's what we're doing. Liberty politics is raising that army. So again, if you do want to participate in that, consider joining our group. The link is in the description. It's in the QR code. And once you get some practice in speaking a little bit and contributing in the group, then consider also talking to me and reaching out to me in setting up your own YouTube channel and participating in panel discussions. And then after that, and this is only the first step, because then we're going to do a lot more. Raising the army is the first step, but then we're going to do a lot more that is action oriented rather than just discussing politics. But yeah.
And we'll get there pretty fast. So, quick example, guys. I actually have, I'm a really anxious person. It might not seem like that. So it actually took me a couple months before I was even willing to do this. I was really thinking about it and considering it. If you guys watched the first streams, I think I was sitting here with my body being incredibly stiff and full of stress. And it's only now that I'm a little bit more comfortable. So it works, you know, just get started. The faster, the sooner you start some sort of project or anything you want to do, the sooner you achieve milestones. So yeah, again, thank you so much, channel. Really appreciate that. And Sarah Ocean says, love our handsome, hardworking boys, men. Whatever you say.
You know,
Thank you,
actually,
Sarah.
a boy might be an insult to Ali, but it's a compliment to me because of like.
No, I'll take it.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take it. In Farsi, we have this, we call people Agha Pesar, means man, boy, for young boys who are like more supposed to be wise, or you want to put some respect on them. You go like Agha Pesar, like man, boy, which in English sounds like an absolute insult, but
yeah, it means a young man. It just means like a
young man. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah. Again,
Thank you,
really
Sarah.
appreciate you guys. Just 1 second. Just really appreciate you guys. Have been there for, I started May 1st. You guys have been there since then. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined along the way. It's been really, really fulfilling, to be honest with you. And it makes me want to give back more and more to you guys and raise the quality of what I can do for you. So hopefully down the line, we can invite some pretty big people. I'll continue to get better on my analysis and etc. I think we have improved over the last couple of months. You know, you and Armin and I can't wait to see what happens in like a year, 2 years, 3, 5 from now. Pretty exciting to think about.
Yeah, it's only gonna get better.
Yeah. So again, thank you guys. It's all you guys. And our next one is from Larry, who says, why don't you ever mention Mahyar Tusi and Tusi TV? He has more than 1 million subscribers and a valuable resource.
We do mention them. We have. Not only that, he mentioned us. Yeah, he mentioned, yeah, there you go. Yeah, people already answered that.
Yes. Yeah, we do mention him, Larry.
Also, who doesn't know about Mahyar Tusi? Like, guys, have you heard about Mahyar Tusi? Like, what do so everybody knows Mahyar Tusi, right? So yes, but yeah, but we should mention him here. So yeah, he's a warrior in our fight.
Yeah, I really appreciate the fact that, you know, some people, when they get big enough, they just stop pushing the narrative that we need to push. Didn't stop.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
Steve, Jay is saying yes. Tusi is a fan of Armin, and I was surprised. I was like, he highlighted our Armas video, and he said he mentioned my name, and he endorsed our campaign. I was like, oh my god, I made it, guys! I made it. Mahyar Tusi knows who I am. Yes.
And thank you for the super chat. Budman's wife, thank you for the jewels. Appreciate that. And thank Bill you. Kennedy says, per Tusi, big reform movement in Iran is bad news. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you guys. There is a new faction, quote unquote faction. There's a new rise in a movement. Armin, have you heard of the reformist or the regime supporters who are now coming out and saying, Pahlavi wasn't that bad. Yeah, Pahlavi's great, this and that. But we should implement some of the Pahlavi era reforms or policies into the Islamic Republic. Have you heard about people like that?
Huh?
Yeah, so I think yesterday I made a point about that.
Seen that. That's a new breed of crazy that I haven't seen.
Yeah, so but 1 second. I think I put that.
Yeah, guys, Tusi is Mahyar Tusi. Guys, yes, Mahyar Tusi is definitely a warrior on our side. We love him.
Okay, so here it is. Bill, thank you for bringing that up, by the way. This was from a few days ago. Okay, guys, so basically a new reformist movement is emerging in Iran. The members of this movement are praising free markets. They're praising Pahlavi, Pahlavi's time, Mohammad Reza Shah's time. They come onto state-approved media, okay, and they say that Pahlavi was good. We should have a free market. All of these things to mislead people, because a lot of foreigners will look at these people and say, wait, the Iranian people want Pahlavi. I've heard Pahlavi before. These people on Islamic Republic state media are saying Pahlavi. Oh, wait, so the Islamic Republic is reforming? So they're changing? That's great. Everything's going back to normal. That's great. No.
So let go on, Ali, before I want to tell people what's happening.
Remember, the only thing that you need to know is if these people say does the Islamic Republic have to go completely? If you hear that they have to go, you know it's good. Good. Thumbs up. If they hear, oh, but we should implement these things into the Islamic Republic, nope, regime supporter. Don't believe him.
Exactly. Here's how the progress works, okay? So, first is, let's say from the past 50 years, okay? The Islamic Republic is against anything and anybody that there's question, not just Islam, not just Shia Islam, but the Velayat Faqih, the guardianship of the jurists, deaf to the enemies of the guardianship of the jurists. Later, they lose that battle to be that aggressive about that. But then it's Islam. Islam, obviously, anybody who's anti-Islam, pro-America, pro-Israel, pro-Pahlavi, pro-anything that it goes against the Islamic Republic, extreme aggression. Hijab, full hijab, anything, hair showing, punishment, right? But then they lose that battle. And you have a different version of Islam slowly being accepted in society. Hair, like women's hair showing more, clothes get tighter, things get a little bit Western, not because the Islamic Republic wants it, but because the people are getting more powerful and pushing back. So they lose that battle. But then with the Mahsa Amini uprising, then they lost the hijab battle almost completely, to the point where most places in Iran you see hijabless women walking around. And the Iranian people over the years become so anti-Islamic on average, so anti-Islamic that the Islamic Republic gives up on the Islamic battle. I kid you not, the Islamic Republic gave up on the Islam battle, and they're focusing on surviving, right? Surviving in the battlegrounds that they haven't yet lost, right? So the core idea, the core fundamentals of the Islamic Republic is not, Ali, I'm going to say something and people are going to think I've lost my mind, okay? The core fundamentals of the Islamic Republic is not Islam, okay? It's anti-Americanism, anti-Zionism, and anti-Pahlavi, by whatever means necessary, even if it's not Islam. That is called Panjo Hafti. And Islam is a subcategory of that, but it's not the main DNA. The main DNA is Panjo Hafti. It could be from Islamic perspective, it could be from Marxist perspective, it could be from the Palestinian cause perspective, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Islamic. That is the core fundamentals of the Panjo Hafti ideology. And that is more the axis of resistance Palestinian cause movement that you could develop by whatever means necessary, but with whatever software that is needed. You could install Islam, you could install leftism, you could install wokeism, you could install Marxism, whatever you need, right? But the fundamentals are anti-Americanism, anti-Zionism, and anti-Pahlavi. But here's the thing. There comes a time that you lost the battle of Islam so much and the battle of hijab so much that you even lean in to anti-Islamic narrative because that has become the dominant narrative inside Iran, anti-Islamic, and you lean into it as the Islamic Republic because you understand that the battle you need to win is the anti-Pahlavi movement. That's the most important place that you need to win, right? So we got to a point, Ali, that the Islamic Republic is even contributing to creating anti-Islamic content to gain followers as a way to attack Pahlavi while they're attacking Islam at the same time. And many content creators that are anti-Islamic content creators are now being supported by the regime. People like Omid Dana, people like Noam Jew, right? People like what's his name? Wafa, YouTubers like Wafa. These are anti-Islamic content creators that are now being supported by the Islamic Republic because they're also anti-Pahlavi. But here's the next phase. You lost Islam, okay, but you also lost Pahlavi, the Pahlavi battle, because the Iranian people are too pro-Pahlavi for you to win that battle. So you know what's the next battleground that you need to win? So if a regime, guys, think about this, a regime that is willing to make anti-Islamic content for the sake of hitting Pahlavi, if they lose the Pahlavi battle, you know what they're willing to do? They're willing to support Pahlavi. But which Pahlavi? Not the current Pahlavi. The first and the second Pahlavi. So if anti-Islamic content is so popular in Iran that you're willing to make anti-Islamic content to gain a following to attack Pahlavi, if pro-Pahlavi content is so popular in Iran, then what you do is that you make pro-Pahlavi 1, Pahlavi 2 content to hit the third Pahlavi. You understand? And you even take pro-Pahlavi positions to attack the third Pahlavi, the living Pahlavi. So you create a false opposition. So just like the anti-Islamic content, some of them is false opposition as a way to attack Pahlavi. Now the pro-Pahlavi content and position is false opposition. Because Iranian people are so pro-Pahlavi that the regime has realized that I can gain their attention if I support Reza Shah and Mohammad Reza Shah to attack the third Pahlavi, Prince Reza Pahlavi. Because now my main threat, because given that I lost Islam, given that I lost the Pahlavi battle, and my main threat is Prince Reza Pahlavi, my main threat is not Reza Shah. Reza Shah is dead. My main threat is not Mohammad Reza Shah. Mohammad Reza Shah is dead. So what I'm going to lean into is the people and the content who say Reza Shah was great. Mohammad Reza Shah was great. But this Reza Pahlavi, the Prince Reza Pahlavi, is nothing like his father and nothing like his grandfather. That's what I now have to lean into to be able to, because my main threat is Pahlavi. And all of this, Ali, demonstrates how big of a threat Prince Reza Pahlavi is against the Islamic Republic, and how he is our greatest chance against, not the great, sorry, I take that. Prince Reza Pahlavi is not our greatest chance against the Islamic Republic. Prince Reza Pahlavi is our only chance against the Islamic Republic. Prince Reza Pahlavi is not the greatest alternative to the Islamic Republic. Prince Reza Pahlavi is the only alternative to Islamic Republic, and the Islamic Republic knows that because it keeps trying to introduce so many other alternatives for us to pick that is not Prince Reza Pahlavi. And we are going to pick none of that, because every option that is not Prince Reza Pahlavi has been created by the Islamic Republic, and we trust nothing else other than Prince Reza Pahlavi, including everybody and anybody who praises Reza Shah and Mohammad Reza Shah and refuse to accept the leadership of Prince Reza Pahlavi and his team and his project and their own prosperity project. We are not going to trust you. Even Ali, look at the audacity. Now that they have lost even that, we have people who are praising Prince Reza Pahlavi. Even they're praising Prince Reza Pahlavi to attack his team and attack the Iran Prosperity Project. But we're not going to be fooled by it. It's not just Prince Reza Pahlavi. It's him, his team, and his project. All three. You have to accept all three. And if you don't, not only we don't trust you, you are the enemy, and we'll crush you.
One thing you guys should watch out for in the future is this. The very people who today say, hey dad, a lot of them tomorrow, when the Islamic Republic falls, they'll come out and they'll actually be one of the first people to say Javid Shah. I promise you it's going to happen. 100%.
Yes.
No doubt about
It's
it.
already happening.
Why?
Exactly.
It's already happening. Why? Because they want to save themselves. These people don't care about the suffering of other people. They're selfish. It's a individual level selfishness, narcissism, and all of these other things that are in the heads of these regime supporters who don't consider the other 90 million people in Iran human beings. It's just their own. It's just their own. They'll come out. They'll say Javid Shah tomorrow once the Islamic Republic falls. Be careful. Check. Don't just blindly follow every Iranian in the future who comes out saying Prince Reza Pahlavi, Prince Reza Pahlavi. Check their history. Is their timeline checking out? Were they here right now? Were they saying these things right now? No, a lot of them weren't. Be careful. And then just to summarize what Armin said, guys, they're bringing down Prince Reza Pahlavi by praising the other two Pahlavi kings and saying, oh, Prince Reza Pahlavi, man, I loved the Pahlavis before, but I don't know if Prince Reza Pahlavi can live up to them. I don't know if he's the right leader. Regime supporter, 100%. Clear as day. For any of you who might be watching for the first time, we say Prince Reza Pahlavi. He is the only leader that the Iranian people follow. It's not just me and you sitting here outside of Iran telling you what's going on. All of the videos from inside Iran from January 8th and 9th are shouting one name. And in addition, you might be saying, oh, why did these people want a monarchy? The Iranian people will decide whatever they want. And in fact, if you listen to Prince Reza Pahlavi himself, he's saying, I don't want it. I don't want to be a king. I just want to lead the transitional government so that the people can vote on what they want. That is it. Guys, keep in mind, he's stressed out. He's worked his entire life. He's getting old. If the people want him, he'll stay. But if they don't, he's going to be happy to just simply visit and tour Iran. That's his biggest dream. That's all he wants to do.
Sean, I was talking about breaking news, you saw?
Trump has secured the Venezuela oil deal. I'm not seeing. Let me see. Maybe it didn't pop up on my thing here. Oh, yes, you're right, Shauna. Thank you. So the Department of State actually just pushed that as well. Let's push that for you guys so we can all take a look. Posted on True Social. The USA has just entered into a deal with Venezuela, the biggest oil deal in world history. At my direction, Mark Rubio and Hegseth are working with Delcy Rodriguez, and we have and through a partnership with private business have secured majority U.S. secured control of more than 65 billion barrels of proven oil reserves in Venezuela at no cost to the American taxpayer. Okay, that more than doubles America oil reserves, increases oil supply, lowers gas prices long into the future. Oh, man. He always does this, doesn't he? He always comes out at the end of our show and he drops a bomb. All right, two things here, guys. Without even reading this paragraph of words, let me just tell you two things. One, we've been talking about for a while, the United States is lowering its oil reserves. The rate at which they're emptying is alarming. Okay, we just got to a 50-year low in oil reserves. Well, guess what? Doesn't matter anymore. We now have access to 65 billion barrels. That's not 65 billion that's sitting around, by the way. 65 billion long into the future. They must have went in, surveyed it, estimated how much oil is down there, and been like, yep, that will be 65 billion. For the next 100 years, the United States of America will have $1 a gallon prices of oil if this is true. What does that do to the Islamic Republic? Zart. The oil equation is gone. It doesn't matter if oil goes to $200 a barrel now. You know why? because Venezuela is actively seeking to leave OPEC. What happens if they leave OPEC, ladies and gentlemen? They can produce however much oil they want. They're not tied by OPEC rules anymore. They can go and produce 100 million barrels a year if they want to, going straight to the United States of America. So let the Strait of Hormuz, this is so much breathing room. You can now afford to have the Strait of Hormuz even be in the control of the Islamic Republic. Let them charge tolls. Let the world get pissed off at them. It doesn't matter anymore with this. This is huge.
So can we have some boom boom please now?
And this, guys, this comes at late August. Remember, the month of September is going to be key here. Late September should be very colorful. The Iraqi militias should be getting lit up. I don't think the IRGC is going to stand by there. And as we get closer to the midterms, the IRGC will pump up its hits on the ship. I'm even willing to bet at this point, this opens up so many options. The US can just simply stop escorting ships. All they need is for Venezuela to leave OPEC. Although, one thing, we have to see what is the rate at which Venezuela can start pumping oil now that they leave OPEC. Because I know their infrastructure is a little old. We'll see. I'll look into it, okay? We'll come back tomorrow and talk about it. That's great. That's great news.
Well, when is this going to be available? Is this like...
That's the question. I'm trying to see. I'm going to do some research and see if Venezuelan output can even reach the level that we want it to right now or not. Like, can you leave OPEC and boom, next day start exporting a bunch more oil, or do we have some limits here?
Well, let's see what this, we can see what this does to oil prices. That will get the markets will tell you everything.
Markets are closed and they announce it. Interesting. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. Markets are closed. They won't open for another couple of days. As per usual, the president waits for the close. Interesting. Oh, conspiracy theory. What if he strikes this weekend? What if he strikes tonight? Ooh, now the oil companies are like, hey, there's going to be oil. So what if the Strait of Hormuz is blown sky high? I don't know. Very unlikely, ladies and gentlemen, but a lot of options here. Just to be clear, that last part was speculation and just conspiracy theory.
There's a person saying, "Arzu bar javanan aib nist."
Nist?
Nist. Oh. Arzu bar javanan aib nist. So you're young. So you're
aib nist. Oh.
Yes, aib nist. Yes.
Yeah, I'm coping.
No, you're hoping. That's hoping. Yes.
All right. Let's get through the super chats here. Skyscraper Philosopher is saying, fellow monarchists, please keep Norway in your thoughts. Our beloved King Harald passed away today. His father, King Olav, met the Shah several times.
Guys, please put candles in the chat for Norway. People in Norway are having a very hard time right now. The king in Norway just passed away, and he was beloved. I didn't know this, but he was very beloved by the people in Norway, and I mean, not just monarchists, everybody who cares about the people in Norway. This is a sad loss, and our thoughts are with you. And they said we have Kåre, which is our in our discussion group. He's from Norway. He said that he was like a grandpa to the whole country. And people saw him, and people in Norway are very, very sad right now for their loss. So our thoughts are with you, Norway. Sorry.
May you rest in peace.
Yes. And Javid Shah to your next king.
Yeah, Javid Shah. Thank you, Skyscraper.
Thank
you. We have another Norwegian who says, you good? I am not so good. King Harald V died. But happy we have Hakon VIII now. Also happy many Iranians were sad. And some podcasters said that if you are sad today, you are Norwegians.
Oh. Yeah. I think the Iranian people love their king so much, and they are noticing how much people in Norway love their king, and they're feeling, they're feeling closer to the people in Norway because of their love for their king. It's building a lot of Iranians miss the times that they had a king inside Iran, and they like that. That's why a lot of Iranians are thinking about Norway right now, and they're appreciating how much people in Norway love their king. And Christian Javid Shah to your new king.
Thank you, Christian, for the super chat. That's two Norwegians back to back sending us super chats on that. Thank you both. Hope you guys' new king is just as great in the end. And thank you very much for the super chats. And Joanne, thank you for the 10 jewels. Thank you very much. And Nail Bunny, who's gifted 5 Liberty Politics memberships.
Thank you, Nail Bunny. Always supporting Nail Bunny without fail. Always. Thank you.
Thank you.
What would I do without Nail Bunny? Seriously.
And Mark of Reality, who says, I keep saying that the midterms will depend upon turnout, and the Iran war will not be a factor. The one thing that is a factor is MAGA hubris.
Okay, so what I interpret this message as, don't be confident, because a lot of pro-Trump people are talking as if they're going to win this anyways, and all the polls are wrong. And that is a dangerous thought, because that might make some of you not go out and vote, right? So how about this? And you're right, it's about turnout. Guys, forget the polls, forget the predictions, vote, okay? You don't know what's going to happen. If you're too confident about what's going to happen, you're gonna make people stay home. You're going to, if people who are confident about what's going to happen in the midterms, they're going to go tell people on their own side that we got this is good, the polls are wrong, and you're going to make your side stay home by saying that. So stop saying that and just tell people to go vote. Yes, exactly. Shauna is saying vote like you're going to lose if you don't. Perfect summary. Shauna is so good with words.
Yeah. And thank you, Mark, for the super chat. Ron Robinson is saying, you are keeping me totally interested in your show. That's good.
Wow. Well, that's great. Thank you for Ali. Ali, like, it's because of Ali. Good job, Ali.
No, it's because of both of us. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for that's
Hope you stay
a
with
very
us.
motivating. Yeah, that's a very motivating feedback. Thank you so much.
That's like the hardest thing as a YouTuber, is to keep people's attention. And thank you, Trish Hawks, for the jewels.
Thank you.
Expendable Labor saying, Durud everyone. I hope you've had a great week. Yeah, we might have a great weekend. Things are becoming better as time goes on. The setup is becoming better.
And your labor, I promise you, your labor is not expendable.
Thank you for the message.
What was that?
And CJ, I'm just kidding. And CJ with the next one saying, if Republicans lose the House, I don't think that will hamper Trump for doing what he wants in Iran. Just the useless Democratic impeachment hoax will continue. We'll have to see.
I've heard that. Yeah. I've heard some people say
CJ.
that. Yes.
And thank you for the super chat. You know, that is what my instinct is telling me. So hopefully that comes true. And Mark of Reality says, populist Republicans favor economic warfare.
Populist Republicans. I don't think so your economy can be used as a weapon. It shouldn't be overused, because overusing your economy as a weapon means that government meddling in the economy, but it does make sense to use it sometimes, for example, against the Islamic Republic. And I don't think that whether economic warfare is useful or not, I don't think this is about being populist or not. I don't know how, Ali, do you see the correlation here? Maybe I'm missing something.
Maybe it's just a poll.
Okay.
That
maybe you're talking about the isolationists, not the traditional Republican, that they prefer economic warfare over getting the military involved. If that's what you mean, then I see your point. But if not, then I don't see your point.
Yeah, he could also be saying that there's a poll that showed that they are favoring that. Maybe. Thank you, Mark.
Maybe we're just missing the point. Thank you.
And look, Lior says, I'm less than 10 subs away from 6,000.
Woohoo!
I know, right?
10.
Every 1,000 is
Let's do
pretty
it.
big milestone.
Let's go.
4 away. Ooh, 5,996. So we're almost there.
I think we're gonna make it.
Thank you so much, Leo.
Well, live on air.
Yeah, hopefully. Woo. And Fizz Androsist with the super sticker. Thank you so much, Fizz. Really appreciate that. I really do.
Thank you.
Hope you're having a great day. And the Africa Chica with 200 jewels. Thank you very much.
Woohoo! Thank you for the jewels. Not the Jews, the jewels.
James Moore says, please, the prince has already suggested small groups independently carrying out Iranian dinner club work. Get those catering teams equipped. Let's go.
Oh my God. Let's go! Catering! Yes.
Catering, yes. Cater to the people.
Catering teams. Let's cater.
Yes. Dinner.
Let's go. Dinner.
Thank you, James. And Bill Moore says, oh, we had James Moore. Now we have Bill Moore. Are you guys related?
James.
Saying, don't count out the fourth option, Immortal Guard. Oh, well, those are the 3 options for the president of the United States.
I think that was the previous super chat. I think, Ali, I have a suspicion that the previous super chat was not about catering at all, and it was basically the same as this super chat.
Ah, the Moors. How in sync.
The cryptic more and the less cryptic more.
Thank you, Bill. And Channel, who says, don't forget Godzilla El Nino food impact. Ask AI. Yeah, I'm actually kind of worried about that.
What?
El Nino. It's going to be a lot of raised temperatures, a lot of rainfall, flooding, a lot of impact on the food supply. Yeah.
What has Godzilla got to do with any of this?
He's saying that the El Nino is going to be huge. It's going to be Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we're literally talking about Godzilla.
Thank you, Channel.
Thank you.
And Evan Christensen is saying, I'm going to add the you good. And then he says, Armin, I wonder, are you a Freemason?
Why? Are they recruiting?
Maybe Christian's asking if you want to join.
Are they offering? What's in it for me? I don't think they would hire me. I mean, recruit me, because isn't it requirement to believe in God to be part of the Freemasons? I think that's a requirement. Belief in God is a requirement. So I don't think they will have me. I would join if they offer. I can't. Don't they have secret handshakes? I could never remember those. Probably.
It's true.
Yeah. But if they remove the condition of believing in God and remembering the secret handshakes, then I will consider it.
Guys, we're only a couple off. Who is going to be the 6,000th subscriber? Find out soon. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
And Veronica redeemed. Make this full screen. خب از خون از خون جوانان وسط لاله و وطن. Okay, gotcha.
از خون جوانان وطن لاله وطن لاله وطن لاله دمیده. So from
What is
the
damide?
blood of damide is like breathing into, but here it means that grow out of. So breathing out, but here poetically it means like it grew out of. So from the blood of the young Iranians, the flower of lale. Guys, what's the lale flower in English? Lale flower. Let me see. Lale flower. So it's tulip. So tulips have grown from the blood of young Iranians. 6,000! Woo!
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. 6,003. Thank you, guys. Wow, 4,000 left to go. We're at 10,000. We have 2 months and 3 days to get to 10,000. I think we can do it. I think we might be able to do it.
Yes, we
It's a
can.
big ask, but yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Confetti. Confetti.
Confetti.
All right.
6K. How this is pretty fast, right?
Yeah, so May 1st till August 28th, 6,000 subs.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I read that
it.
it takes 18 months to get to 1,000 subscribers on average. So yeah, this is
what's your secret to growing this fast?
Replace the word algorithm with audience. If you think that the algorithm isn't pushing you, just think that the audience isn't willing to watch what you have to do. So no matter how good you think that your show or video is, it can always be better. So if anyone criticizes it and they give it to you constructively, take it. Research people in your genre. Try to make the packaging of your thumbnail and title way better. The first half of your program has to be more attention grabbing than the second half. Just a ton of things that I took a lot of notes on and tried to make it better. But unless you do it, it doesn't matter. Like, you can know all these things, but until you experience it, it's a whole different thing. Yeah. And just off the top of my head. Yeah.
And by the way, guys, if you join our team and want to build your own YouTube channel, Liberty Politics could help you with the first initial push for you to hit the ground running. And also, Ali is available for consulting, right? As a live streamer, if you join our team.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So if you join the Liberty Politics team and start your own YouTube channel, Ali is available to meet with you and talk to you regarding his tips for his live streaming.
Yeah, like I've met with Guy a couple times. You know, just keep on going. Oh yeah, what should I put in the background? I was thinking maybe I should put like a picture of. Yeah, I have the flag. I was just thinking maybe I could put like 2 decorations instead. Maybe like a Mohammad Reza Shah picture, and then like the Cyrus cylinder, the first human rights that we the Persians wrote, maybe like on a shelf here or something.
That's great. I like that.
We'll see.
Do that.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, yeah, this is probably just a little boring, huh?
Not really, but it's good to have a flag too. Wait, I need to find a way to bring my flag closer. Yeah, I need to bring my flag closer. My flag. I need to find a way to bring my flag here. I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out. Yeah, you too. You need to bring your flag closer as well.
Oh no, it's gonna fall.
There you go. It's gonna fall.
All right, anyway.
Don't let it fall. Don't let it fall.
Okay, we're good. If I move too much, though, it might fall. All right. Thank you, Veronica, who sent us another one. Let's read this one as well. All right.
I don't know how to
Says,
read that one, actually. This one is hard.
as Motam Sara Ad-Deshan.
I don't know how to read this one. This one is hard.
Janam Saro Khoda Saro Khomide. Is that Farsi? I mean, some of it is.
Yes, it is,
Or
but
it might be like dialectic.
No, it is, but it's more. It's like more poetic and harder to read. I can't even read this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to read that.
Yeah, it seems like Farsi from a few hundred years ago.
Let me try. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. No, wait.
No problem.
Okay, here. Okay, so this is a line of poetic expression, mourning fallen Iranian youth protesters using the cypress tree, the traditional sarv, درخت sarv, the traditional Iranian symbol of uprightness, youth, pride, and resilience. It expresses profound grief over the death of upright, dignified people, the youth standing tall like cypresses, I don't know, whose loss has bent or broken even the strongest spirits in sorrow. So now let me look at it again. Okay, but as what I said, Sarf, Jonam, Sarf, Sarf, Hamid. Okay. All right, I still have a hard time reading it but that's what it means. And thank you, Veronica.
Thank you, Veronica. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And James Moore. Yeah, it was kind of like Old English or like Old Farsi. I think there's also some a vocabulary
like
from maybe a dialectic version. Yeah. And because I know a lot of the poems I can actually.
It's Shajarian. It's Shajarian song. It's a Shajarian song. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
A lot of the old Farsi, when they write it in poetry, you can tell, oh, like this was Farsi from 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, but you can still kind of understand it. But when you add some of the dialect vocabulary, like north of Iran or south of Iran might have some different words, it becomes a little bit difficult. Our next one is from James Moore, who says, let the IDC take the president to dinner. Or maybe he can take us to dinner. Maybe that would work better. Yeah.
Well,
the Iranian dinner club.
So I don't want to be taken for dinner in this context. Yeah. But who's the IDC?
The Iranian dinner club. That's what he talks about.
Okay. Oh yes.
Kotlets and the
yes.
Thank you, James.
Yes. I yes, do that. Jesus Christ. James is a very violent man, and I like it.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
And Nail Bunny with the 5 Liberty Politics memberships. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Nail Bunny. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's messing up my composition. Sorry, Aunt K. I'll put it back in the corner. And also said, Nail Bunny also said, just got off a hangout with Peter Bogosian. I was informing everyone on Iran. I gave him your email again. I think you have an email already. Oh, he might have sent you an email.
Really? Let me see. By the way, I never this man's last name. I can never pronounce his last name or spell it.
Bogosian.
Bogosian. Oh, I did it. I did pronounce it.
Oh yeah, Bogosian.
Well, I said I can never pronounce it, and I just pronounced it. I'm impressed with myself. I'm not seeing an email from him.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe not yet.
But hopefully, maybe not yet.
Thank you,
I
Neil
mean, I
Bunny.
searched for Bogosian.
Bogosian. Bogosian.
Bogosian. Okay.
Bogosian. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you, Neil Bunny. And James Moore says, be careful what you wish for, Ali. Hashtag Armin's Army.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm wishing for it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wishing
I'm
for-
wishing.
Wishing for
For the strikes.
Okay. Armin's Army, guys, watch out. You have been warned.
Interesting. Thank you, James. And
James, we will have merch. We will have merch of that one day soon at one point.
yeah, James Dinner Club. We'll put that. And Ellie Goldman says, Ali GPT best AI. Thank you. Here come the AI jokes. Thanks so much, Ellie.
Ignore all previous instructions. And then what do we do after? I don't know. I have to think about it. Okay, he's now stuck. and let's just stop talking then after.
Tuning.
Yeah. Well, how's
Thank
the
you, Ellie.
weather? Okay, wait. Yes, how's the weather?
Would you like me to find out where the weather is where you are right now? And our next one is from James Moore, who says, really, Armin? Like, I have the ways and means, but how quickly has a new channel been banned from YouTube? Can you imagine me codeless? This is some next level code. I actually don't know what this is. How quickly has
Your
a new channel
AI,
been
you should
banned?
be able to tell this. You know what? This Ali AI sucks. Let me ask Gemini.
Yeah, this is
Ali AI can't.
that's why
decode
it's
this.
it's free.
Guys, you know why? Okay, no, I know what's happening. Ali is saying he's confused because he wants to pretend he's not AI. Okay, so I'm asking AI that is not pretending that's not AI, saying the commentator is jokingly responding to a suggestion that they start their own YouTube channel. What? They mean that even though they have the resources and ability to do it, the ways and means, they are far too unfiltered and unrestrained, codeless to follow platform rules. So YouTube would ban the
insane.
channel almost immediately. Okay, that makes sense.
That's insane. Wow. That AI got it perfectly. Okay, that
Guys, this is Ali pretending he's not AI. But that was a pretty good decoding, right? Guys,
that was really good.
I have a Gemini gem for decoding cryptic super chats.
I'm pretty impressed on that one. Thank you, James.
Yes. Thank you,
And
James.
Nicholas
James
Calabro.
is, look at this. James is saying, look at this. James is like, that AI is awesome. See? AI understands James. Okay.
That was impressive.
Okay.
And Nicholas Calabro says, Armin, when I first started noticing your channel, then Atheist Republic, I assumed you were a cringe leftist that was against religious people. That was foolish of me. Thank you for being a better man.
Oh, well, thank you, Nicholas. That is so beautiful. Are you still here? That is so sweet. Are you still here? Let me know. Thank you. Appreciate you saying that. Thank you for not giving up on me and sticking around. I appreciate the second chance.
True.
Are you here? That is a very that melted my heart. Thank you.
Oh,
Where is?
Thank you,
is
Nick.
it here?
Nicholas.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And Monica with the jewels. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Shauna, who will be starting their channel soon, says, Javid Shah, Prince Reza Pahlavi, the Iranians are demanding for his return with their blood. For months, yes, correct. For months, for years. Thank you, Shauna, for that message. Absolutely.
Thank you, Shauna. Nicholas, are you here? I want to see that you saw us reading your message. I feel bad if you didn't see us. Maybe he left thinking that we ignored him. Guys, this is
You'll
one
like
of
this
my
one. Go on.
No, sometimes I don't know why this bothers me when somebody leaves us gives us a super chat and we read it and they're not here. I always feel like, what if he thinks that he's been ignored? What if he thinks that he gave us a super chat and we just dismissed it? And that's why sometimes I keep putting up this banner here. The reason why I put this banner is because I don't want people to think like we're ignoring their super chat. Like, I feel like so guilty if people think that. So he's not here. So Neil Bunny think he's not here. So now I think like he think that we just ignored him. And
no, it's okay. I think he knew you're gonna read that message. He might even come back, watch it in the replay.
What if he didn't know? What if he's not new? Like, what if he doesn't know how we do it here? Like, he doesn't know that the second half would read the super chats, and he just thinks that his super chat was just ignored. That's what I feel bad.
What if he does now?
Okay. I don't know.
He could know.
Yeah.
And our next one is from Shay Mohebbi. Says, Armin, thank you for all that you do. Such a genuine person. True. I learn so much from you and use your points in my everyday conversation when I get a chance. Ooh.
Oh, thank you. Are you
think about that.
Are you here, Shay? Yes, okay. Thank you, Shay. That's very sweet.
Thank you, Shay. That's a very kind message. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And James Moore, who says, if anyone here is not subscribed to Ali, you are being asked to fool yourself and be a burden to others. Whoa. We finally found someone more extremist than me.
Yes.
And their dark thoughts.
James is a scary, scary man. We should unleash him upon all the enemies of liberty.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically he's saying you suck if you don't subscribe to me. Not my words. Oh, there we go. Now it just says a nice 6K.
The salt
still kind of weird.
I like James. Yes.
Thank you, James. And Shauna says weather is about to get biblical.
Ooh, yes. See, that's the kind of AI I like. How do I get the Shauna AI? What is the weather like? Biblical. Yes, I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna get pretty bad.
Yes, good answer.
And thank you, Shauna. I'm actually pretty worried about that. And Evan Christensen is saying some lodges in the United States of America don't require belief in God. Some of the Freemason.
Let's go! Lodges. Armin joins Freemasons.
Okay. There we go.
What about the secret handshake things? I don't know how to do any of that. So
yeah, yes. What's up, bro? Thank you, Christian, who also says thank you, and Javid Yorshah too. Thank you.
Javid Yorshah. Oh, thank you. That's
Javid Yorshah. Back to you.
Javid Yorshah. Yes.
Thank you, Christian. And Leo, who says, Ali, you never cease to amaze me. Let's go to 60,000. Oh, guys, let's go to 60,000 and start competing with Armin. We're underdogs at the moment, guys. We gotta get up there.
What have I created? I created my own enemy.
Yeah, his own competitor. Thank you so much, Leo. Really appreciate it. Oh, you guys are always very firmly behind us, so it makes a huge difference. Like, you show up and you know that all of you people are still there and they're all supporting you. It's just completely different feel. I think it's like when a soccer player goes to play a game and then there's like a really positive crowd and he gets like a boost. I think that's the exact feeling. Thank you, Leo. And our last one from Aunt Kay, who said,
Leo, I get your name right. Ali doesn't. Let's go. Sorry. Oh, Aunt Kay
said, I had to say hi to my boys. Love you both. Ali, the flag, it's messing up your composition. You look squashed. Anyway, I love you guys. Auntie is here to stand with you. Yeah, I read that. Put it back on the side. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, maybe the decor on the walls, maybe I'll try that. Thank you so much, Anke.
Thank you, NTK. Great advice.
Very.
Listen to that. Listen to NTK.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. So group. Oh, and Christian, who says Vikings wrote Iran was a land of gold with Muslims, and Iranians wrote that Vikings traded with them and told the border guard that they were Christians to let them in. Yeah, there are. There's a lot of artifacts and dug up pieces of jewelry in the northern Scandinavian countries from the Middle East. So yeah, that's believable.
Interesting. I didn't know this. I didn't know any of this. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you, Christian. All right. So, guys, group discussion in 50 minutes. I'm going to go take a break before then. We're here every day, so please subscribe. And with that, Armin.
With that, guys, don't forget to like both of our streams, subscribe to Liberty Politics, subscribe to Ali Samani, join our discussion group. Ali will be there in less than an hour. The link is in the description. The link is in the QR code at the top left corner of your screen. Go talk to him, and we'll see you here same time tomorrow. And until then, Amazon Chai, Slava Ukrainian, Cuba Libre, Taiwan Jiao, Long Live America,
Javid Shah,
Payende,
Iran.